Uh, my internet died. Yep, it died. It died for like 10 seconds, and then it came back, and because it died, I have to recreate a whole new stream. YouTube doesn't have the thing that saves your stream, so you don't have to create a new one, like Twitch. Twitch has that system. If you stream on Twitch and your internet dies, it still keeps your stream, so you just have to re-log in. Yeah, sadly, I didn't keep my experience, so I have to re-level everything again. Son of a bitch. I nuked your PC, bro, sorry. Damn it, dude. Nuked by the Chinese. It didn't get nuked, it just turned off. It's a known issue by this provider. It just turns off and turns on. But we back. We back. Is everything turned on? Let me just check real quick. Because I made a new stream, I have to turn all this shit on again. Turn this shit on. This off. This on. Yeah, we back. We back. We back. I don't like that, man. That's the most annoying thing. I don't mind my internet dying, but turns off my whole freaking stream. Now I will have two separate freaking VODs. I don't like that. There's a MMORPG that came out like 2 days ago. And I've been playing it, but it's not worth it, dude. It's called Blue Protocol. Not worth it. Everything in that game is time-gated. Everything. Even your main quest. Even your freaking main quest in that game is freaking time-gated. You get to level 25 and then your main story tells you see ya in 15 hours. There's a quest that you have to level up to level 30, but nothing gives you experience except for main story quests. So doing like side quests barely gives you anything. Killing mobs doesn't give you anything. Collecting shit doesn't give you anything. The whole game is like a time-gated game. It's not Chinese or Korean, it's Japanese. It's Japanese and it's what was it? It's Japanese. I think it's Bandai Namco. Chinese and Korean video games are not good, but I was like, this is made by Japanese people. It's made by Bandai Namco. It might be something, but nope. Everything in that game is freaking time-gated. Everything. Except for fishing. Fishing is the only thing that isn't time-gated. But the game doesn't have a lot of fish. You can get all the fishes in like 40 minutes. Try a different ability. I will. Tencent controls a large amount of video games now. They control League as well. And I think they control Dota as well. I will play it still because there's nothing else to play right now. There's another video game that came out like a day ago, Little Nightmares. But that game will take me like 5 hours to beat it. There we go. I can finally format this thing. Finally. Bandai Namco isn't Chinese. Those guys are the ones that put a lot of money into making that game. It looks very cheap. It's a very cheap looking anime game. The way it looks, the way the AI functions, how you use abilities. Like all the melee classes feel like you're playing the exact same melee class. The only difference between them is the weapon you hold and the colors. Like this one has electricity, this one has light, this one has like earth, but that's it. The range classes have more going on. A lot more going on, but it's a very cheap, man. It's like it was like mostly negative into mixed. What is it now? What the hell is it called? Blue Protocol. It's mixed. 48% mixed. It's close being mostly negative. If you scroll down, horrible monetization. It's okay. What the fuck is this? Most goated game of all time. Waiting for the next part of the story to unlock. Chilling in town. Sub-bathing. Waiting for the story to be playable again. This guy's definitely... he's definitely sarcastic. The monetization makes no point. This is 100% a cheap asset flip on... What is this? Let me just look into this real quick. These guys are some unknown, like, random dudes that came out with this game. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not that emotionally attached to this. This game is going to come out, is going to be played for a couple of days, and people are going to leave it. MMORPGs are something that just need to die. People just need to kill MMORPGs. They're one of the worst game types. They always pay to win. They always feel like the most cheapest shit ever. The feel of MMORPGs is always nice. Like you play in a large world with other players. It's really cool. Everything feels like alive. But the way the developers treat it is horrible. It's just bad. Let me just check this thing out. Corrupted charge. Is there a way I can make this thing work? I don't believe I can make this thing work. Maybe more status chance. I don't believe this will... Oh, WoW Guild Wars 2. I was never that emotionally attached to those style of games. Every time I play them, they're always like I will play them for like 2 weeks to a month, and that's it. After that, I will just delete it and never come back. I need to test this. I don't believe this is going to be good, dunes. I have to look into my primaries and secondaries to see if I have something to forma again. Because they don't make mistakes. I have to unlock this thing with plat. I have plat, I don't mind. This is the exposure setup. Influence. And I will try influence as well on this thing. And let's see. If you play RuneScape, you have zero self-respect. I saw that video game. You like cut a tree for like 10 hours and hit the enemy like 20 times to kill it. Everything's like slow, janky. The only thing good about RuneScape was people can earn real money. But that's like the only thing I heard about that is good. Influence setup, I don't know if this is good. We can try afflictions. No electricity at all. How will I make this thing work as a slammer? There's nothing special about this slammer. 7 meters, not a good total damage because the base damage on this weapon is dog shit. I don't believe there's anything here that can save the slamming, except for multi-layer buffing. I think multi-layer buffing. They need to make the passive guaranteed electricity. That's what they need to do. Why is it like 5%? If it was guaranteed electricity on a slam, that would be so good. Some mechanics are good in RuneScape, but like the game is turbo to pay to win. Some mechanics are very realistic. You need a bit of cast speed and very D&D. It seems fun, but like a lot. I remember there was some guy that was like grinding the exact same materials and selling them for a high price, and then he earned like real life money and shit. That's like the only positive thing I heard about RuneScape. I don't believe I'm going to turn this thing to an influence slammer. I don't believe afflictions also work. This thing needs to have a really high base damage. The total damage on this weapon isn't good. Dunes, I'm sorry, slam is not good. You need multi-layer buffing. The passive is not guaranteed. It's like a 5%. And I can't really change the passive. So it's another generic exposure influence setup. I hate these builds. It's a 5% electricity proc. Like, why? Arcatit has like... What was it? Arcatit has 100% chance. It also has a really small AoE and base damage. Let's be honest, dudes, we already knew that's coming. We already knew. We already knew that the passive is dog shit. I mean, you don't need to use attack speed mods on this thing. It has 1.33. You don't need to use attack speed mods. Look at it go. Look how fast it is. And it's freaking beating the shit out of these guys. No buffs. It's doing work. Look at this thing go. Look at the heavy gunner. Holy shit. Damn. I mean, this thing isn't half bad at all. Let me remove the range mod and add Gladiator Might. Let's see how it feels now. More critical damage, more critical chance, maybe guaranteed orange crits, and has less range. Oh wait, I forgot. Oh, it's even stronger. Holy shit, guaranteed orange crits. Oh, wait a second, this thing is good. Holy shit, this thing freaking destroys. Damn. Okay. We have a build. Does it knock down? It has a knockdown, but it doesn't have a status effect. We can build this thing for like Toxin Slam. It does have a base damage. Maybe we can build it as a slammer. Not a slammer, a heavy attacker. It's this. Lib, hey. Do you know the dev story in RuneScape? No. A dev exposed because he was giving items to a female streamer for nudes. Like, come on, bro. I never heard of that, but I believe it. Stuff like that does indeed happen. Let's see a slam build, like a heavy attack. Let's do that, dudes. Let's do that. So it's going to be a toxin setup with range. So we need pressure point. Maybe if I do like a Tenokai, but I don't feel like opening this shit up and adding one more Forma. My favorite combo of Warframe and melee weapons? Favorite combo, like moveset? Are you talking about like moveset? My favorite moveset is always going to be Shimmering Blight. That's the polearm moveset because it's consistent. You move forward, not this one. This one. You move forward, you constantly swing, it has AoE, and it can headshot. That's like a really good stance. Tempo Royale is one of my favorite stances. Sadly, it's nerfed. It's this one. AoE is constantly swinging. It just looks good, feels good. I like the sound design. What else do I like? I love this stance as well. Clashing Forest, because of this attack, the spin attack. I love this stance. so nice. That's a good stance as well. What else do I like? I like point wind. But sadly, knives are not something I enjoy. Pointed wind. Pointed wind is nice. It's so nice, man. Oof. Constantly moving forward, constantly spinning, DPSing, stabbing. Just feels good. So, oh yeah, that's one is also good. Cronin. Yeah, this one. It does like, this is, you like toss it and it spins and hits multiple times. Yeah, this attack. It's so fast. AoEs. Just feels good, man. Yeah, some of these stances are quite good when I think about it. Let me read the chat. What's your favorite combo? I read that. Synergy. Loadout. Favorite combo, Warframe and melee weapons. Loadout. I don't have one. I really don't have one limb, to be honest with you. I don't really have one, to be honest with you. Anything Raffle Advance. Anything Raffle Advance. I always thought this polearm was good when I looked at it. But when you see this here, yeah, it's not good. People hate Sundering Wave? That's like one of the strongest stances. What do you mean hate them? That's headshots. Nami Solo has it. This thing? Sundering Wave? This thing freaking, look, 200, 300, 400. This is bad, but everything else here is good. It also headshots. Headshot, headshot, headshot. You like headshots, and it's also one of the strongest freaking melee weapons, or the strongest melee weapon. It has AoE. Look at this. It's an AoE and a slam, and you constantly move forward. Look at this. You constantly DPS. Has an AoE. How can people hate this? This stance is very good. Like, this thing headshots. That's one of the most busted things about this weapon. Damn, Nami Solo is iffy. Iffy. Where was I? Obix? Yeah, Obix. Slam. It has a high status, so there might be some consistency on the status proccing. 20. Maybe if I add, like, Weep? Organ. Galvanize, Reflect. Or Glad Might. But we do need heavy attack 1 speed, right? Yeah, we do need heavy attack 1 speed. We need this. No. I can't. I need Slash Chance. Slash Chance is a must-have. Killing Blow, we don't have the polarities for Killing Blow. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. I don't want to use another form on this guy. I think Organ Shatter is a must-have. Do we need to use I think we do. What the hell happened to my Weeping Wounds? I have no more Weeping Wounds? You have to be kidding me. How about this? I only have one of these as well. What the fuck is happening? What's happening? I need heavy attack 1 speed. Do I? What if I use Killing Blow? Let's say this for now. Why don't you have Tenorkai mods on your melee weapons? Most of your melee weapons don't really need Tenorkai. Tenorkai is nice to have if you want like another layer of button pressing and DPS. Most of my builds are designed without Tenorkai, but you can add Tenorkai. It's absolutely fine. It's welcoming. It's also expensive because I have to do all of the melee weapons builds, and then I have to unlock all of those Excel slots, and that's like 20 plat each. And gameplay wise, it doesn't change much. Stuff will die really fast. For like a hybrid build, let's say you do like a hybrid build with basic attacks and heavy attacks. Yeah, Tenorkai is a must, but most melee weapons don't really need that. You can only have one Amalgam Organ Shatter. Yeah, I only have one, yeah. Hey, wait. I'm not a big fan of Tenorkai. I heavily disagree with a lot of stuff that what they add and choose. I think they always run away from problems and they introduce new stuff instead of fixing the old problems. When people told them that most stances are garbage, follow through is ruined, most melee weapons range is garbage, and instead of them fixing that problem, they implemented Tenorkai, and that doesn't fix anything. That's just another layer of damage that we don't really need. We need quality of life. How am I proccing electricity? There we go. So there's a chance for me to proc Toxin. I don't know what the chance is. I like slams more. I don't use melee weapons like I used to use. I used to be a massive melee fanatic. I got tired of it. The reason why I get tired of it is all of the melee weapons function the same. You just hold the melee attack button and that's it. And you build combo. And one swings this way, one swings that way. This one is a sword, this one is an axe. And they all function identical. Compared to like primaries and secondaries. This is a projectile, this is a plasma, this has punch through, this has ricochet, this has AoE, chaining, other stuff. They're kind of different. Metal weapons are all the same. So I got bored of it. Bored of the playstyle. The heavy tech build isn't good, dunes. It doesn't have a guaranteed knockdown. Why is it everything impact here? Fucking impact. Let me check out this guy. Next. Melee is complete garbage without influence. Yeah, that's why people use influence. Because we had to solve some problems with melee weapons, so we're going to use influence. Because this melee weapon has no clear, has horrible follow-through, horrible attack speed, and range. And then influence exists, and that fixes the problem. I think if they nerf influence, or let's say they remove influence, they won't do that, of course. I think like 80% of melee weapons are dog shit. They're just downgrades from each other. Replicas. So D needs to figure this shit out. Melee was fine. Melee was absolutely fine. Because of spin to win, they changed melee. And because of spin to win, they ruined every melee weapon. Temporeal was awesome. He wasn't busted. He was really good. You also had to farm Temporeal, which is fucking hard to do. Once you do that, you have like a really solid melee weapon. But nope, let's freaking kill, follow through, range, and freaking attack speed. They didn't solve problems, they just ruined them. I mean, this is an influence setup, it works. It has high stash chance, electricity. Is this it? Dude, I want something else. Give me more. They have to buff some of these guys. Like, make this thing also proc through orange crits. I think if this worked... Oops, give me a second. Something fell. There we go. I hope they buff this thing to orange crits. This. If they make this thing orange crits as well, duplicate will be used somewhere. There are some builds that have really high base roll chance. Like, they need to make duplicate work on orange crits, not just yellow. It isn't good. Every time there is a build that you can utilize duplicate, Afflictions is better. It's just much better. This thing is only good for Tenokai builds, but even with Tenokai builds, you will never use it. Like, you generate critical chance, and on your next Tenokai, you have like 420 critical chance. This is additive to other critical chances. This is a meme. It works. It works. This works, but I hate this thing. Because Puncher status effect doesn't do much. It only affects one enemy. So there's already niche usage here. I know people use this, but this to me is ridiculous. For most mission types, this is ridiculous. On finish, you gain permanent initial combo for the rest of the mission. So you have to just go around and do finishers on enemies to generate this shit. Fuck that. How much, let's see how many times do you have to do this. So it's 220. You have to do 37 finishers to cap this thing. Yeah, 37 finishers to cap this thing. That's definitely going to take you like 2 minutes at least. Maybe even less. Depends what Warframe you're playing or what melee weapon you're using. In all RPG games, melee are AoE weapons and range are single target weapons. But for some reason, other way around in Warframe, yeah. Yeah. The way they nerf melee slam is stupid to me. They didn't solve melee slam problems at all. They just made them more jank. The way you use slams are jank. Like jumping into the air, looking downwards, and then pressing the freaking middle mouse. Who uses a middle mouse to play video games? Like, what the hell is this gameplay? Like, what the fuck is this gameplay, man? To me, what they should have done is like heavy attacks like this. Instead of doing a heavy attack, your character like charges like a punch or a axe or a hammer. And the more you charge it, the bigger the AoE and the damage will be. So the gameplay is going to be slower, but it doesn't like fuck up your gameplay, you know? So once you charge it up and you slam, it's like a massive AoE shockwave. It will slow it down, but it will make the gameplay more nicer than doing this shit. And now you have to like jump so high into the air and slam. It's everything what they do is convoluted, and like I don't know. I really don't know. This company, I love Warframe. I've been playing Warframe for freaking 12 years. I've been here on the biggest freaking nerf changes to biggest changes, biggest meta changes, every biggest update ever. But man, this company is still lost in time and space when it comes to fixing problems. There's so much jank in this game, so much. And for a game competing with AAA games, this game is a laughingstock. How many problems there are. Like, they still release freaking abilities like Ember's first ability. Like, what the hell is wrong with them? Like, what the hell? Why do we still have abilities like this? But yeah. Obix, I think it's finished. Sadly, dudes, I can't do anything else. I want to do something else, but there's nothing else I can do. The exposure, influence, vortex, it's just a shitty influence. And another good pull. Because enemies pull towards the... What was it? No, that's the other thing, never mind. They pull towards the last enemy that died. Fortification is good because it stacks, but you don't need armor. Maybe if they change health and armor, this might be good. Gain 3% melee damage for every 200 current shield up to 420%. Bonus is halved for overshields. Orcicore has more usage rating than individual Incarnons. I look at the problem with this thing I have with this arcane here. I think this freaking arcane is good. But we don't scale that high, that armor. Not armor. Freaking shield. You don't scale shield that high. So 30% melee damage for every 200 current shield up to 420. This gives you melee damage. But you have to build around shield. And not a lot of Warframes have good shield. And when I look at this thing, this is just a downgrade to exposure. Exposure gives you a whole new element and a lot of damage without you needing to build shield or using a specific shield frame. So if I were to equip this and use Hildren, and that's the highest shield frame, I can easily cap this, of course. But if I were to use this thing on Revenant, that's not Revenant. That's not Revenant as well. Oh wait, that is Revenant. Jesus Christ. Revenant. And Revenant has one of the highest base shields as well. So if I were to use this thing, he has 2,190. And that gives him 360 active damage. So you have to have primary direction, and you have to have the exact same shield as Revenant to have equal damage increase to... Right? Exposure is 240, 360. So it's 120 more, but you have to still have like a lot of base freaking shield. And it's also additive damage, and we can easily fix additive damage. We can easily fix additive damage, and additive damage isn't a problem. So I don't see a purpose using this still. And now let's use some Warframe that has like... I would say Saren has... Saren is the minority. Is it? Yeah, she's a minority. 150% active damage. Let's see something like... Who has like a decent shield pool that is close to everybody else's? Mirage has 300. I need a 300 shield pool, dude. 275, 270, 284, 270. I mean, it's 275, 825, 270. It seems like a lot of them have like 270, 220, 225. So it looks like Saren is majority, not minority. Geyer, 550, 270 increased damage. Geyer, no man, it's not worth to use that arcane on anything. Only if you play freaking Hildren melee. Or Harrow. Support build. So he has 2000, and if I were to get overshield, he can cap it. But what happens if they shoot me? What happens if they shoot me? Do I lose damage? Yep. Oh, you lose damage when they freaking damage your shield. Oh, that sucks. You will always take shield damage. Oh, that sucks ass. It's not even 100% uptime? So it's not even 100% uptime. You always have zero shields. Yeah. Complete garbage. Yeah, never mind. This thing also sucks ass. We need more melee arcanes, or they need to buff some stuff here. Like, this shit needs to be buffed, man. Right now, it's just these two, and this. And this is niche. And this thing is niche. So afflictions, exposure, influence. Melee Vortex is just a shitty influence. Why build for magnetic when you can influence? There is some synergies with this, but it's just very niche. Very niche. These two are just very niche, man. This is maybe the nichiest. I will use that word, nichiest. This is the nichiest. These two are niche. And these are the most used. This, I mean, you can if you want to kill 37 enemies with a finishers at the start of the mission. If you even can, because of your allies are going to kill everything. And then once you get that, you might be able to clear well. How does this do less damage? Oh, it's pressure point. Pressure point. Alright, Tenet, this guy. This is a slam build. Heavy slam. This guy here uses duplicate because the shockwaves do not proc status effect. Yeah, for most mission types, you will never use that arcane. Crescendo. You will never use that arcane. Pissing rounds. So this thing is one of the first weapons we've ever gotten that do like one of those shockwaves. Oh, give me a second. I need to pause these pussies and grab Ember. So when you do a heavy attack slam with the Tenet X, it creates these shockwaves, as you can see. Sadly, these shockwaves do not proc status effect. But a year later, they released the Viri Paradox and introduced Symphotis to everybody, and Symphotis shockwaves do proc status effect. And I still to this day wish they can look into this metal weapon and allow this metal weapon to also proc status effects with shockwaves. Symphotis also has a better overall, what do you call it? It has like better overall clear because it's wider and it travels longer compared to this guy. But this guy does a lot more damage. Like a lot more damage. This guy's still alive, now he's dead. So if I were to use some buffs, this thing is going to annihilate. I have to release a... I have to release a build video of this guy. Seismic Wave. Yeah, you have to use all of the additive damages to scale this thing. No platform today. No, everybody got bored, including me. Spark. It became boring. I kind of want to do a, what do you call it? A Tenokai build on this guy. This is a good overall weapon when I look at the stats. So if I were to compare this guy to Grand Prime, let's see. So it's faster than Gram, it's smaller by 0.1, which is nothing. It has worse critical damage, better critical chance, worse stash chance, much worse damage. But this thing comes with a free element, so the base damage is going to be higher. Lucas, hey. Why Corrupted Charge? It's stronger than not heavy caliber. It's stronger than Killing Blow. 25 extra damage is stronger than 120 increased damage, because you're going to create diminishing returns with this guy. Blood Rush. I think I did test this thing with Blood Rush. What's the base critical chance on this? 38. 38 plus 220, so let's do the math. So we do 38 plus 220 plus... How much does Blood Rush give me? 5x all the time, that's 40 times 4. That's 160. That's 380. 380. That's 4. Oh, wait. I fucked up. Percent. Video game, please. This game sucks. Not video game. Let's see here. So I do 38. Plus 380%. 182. So it has 182. That fucks with duplicate. But if I were to remove, Blood Rush is 160. So 38 times, not times, plus 220% equals 121.6. So there's a 21%, 22% chance to proc a orange crit, which fucks with duplicate consistency. And it's not a good status weapon, and it doesn't matter what element you have, the shockwave will not create damage. It will not proc damage numbers. Let me just real quick refresh Pablo. What update is coming? The new Warframe, Oberon rework, new Syndicate, new augments, and the Archon arcanes. Glad might. It's going to fuck up with duplicate a lot. Maybe just say, let's do this. Right? Just give it the raw damage. Fuck duplicate. Let's see the numbers. Let's see the numbers real quick. First things first, get some stacks real quick. $2.9 million. 192. I need more or better numbers. I think the only way to make this thing good is use a Tennokai setup. It keeps the heavy gunners alive. Even the bombards survive. Or utilize Saren. It doesn't work, Mr. Salt. Or Mrs. Salt. It doesn't work. It doesn't proc any status effect. I think the only way to make this thing work is using a Tennokai setup. We can try it out, sure, why not? Fuck it. Tennokai. I will use this one, I don't have the other one. And we have to build around the Tennokai. We have Rending Crane. So we don't need to use this thing. We don't need to use... Do we need to use Slam? Do we need to use Slam for this? I forgot how this weapon scales. Tenet... Exec... Does it scale with... Found it. Alright, it scales... Okay... Shockwave will trigger this effect as the healing return, life strike, and shattering impact. Shockwave damage bypasses. Okay. Temporal can trigger the shockwave with a single hit block a combo? Really? Maximum shockwave travel distance is not affected by range. Mods such as prime reach and reach. Alright, we are learning some new shit here. We are learning some new shit. Let's say we remove this, we keep all of this stuff. We will keep all of this shit. We're going to add attack speed. Do we need a lot of attack speed? I don't think so. We can just add quickening for combo generation. We can also add... What else should I add here? Blood Rush. And VP Boy. The classics. And we can add this. Cold. Tempo Royale, really? Is better? What does the wiki say? No, it just says that it creates shockwaves, the hold attack. I don't believe I can use this. No, we can't. We can't see. Let's see, real quick. Aha, it does. You can see the shockwaves are being created. But if we do a Tenokai build, there's no point, right? Right. There's no point. I love you, Temporail. But not today. Not today, son. Let's see how this feels, shall we? Prime Impact mod. So when you attack, there's a chance for you to get Tenokai. There it is. And you do stuff like that. You jump into the air and do the slam. That's the best combo you can possibly do on this weapon. And you have red crits as well. This is also without exposure stacks. Holy shit. Let's do it with exposure stacks real quick. So we're going to attack, attack, attack. Once we get Tenokai. Oh, baby. Maybe I need more attack speed. Maybe. I'm not a big fan of the rending crane stance. PPP is better. I think you're correct. I think, no, I should leave PPP because of the shockwaves. I don't believe the shockwaves are affected by condition overload. I'm going down on the wiki, or I can just do condition. Nope. Nope, there's no condition overload. So is this the build, or should I do Berserker? Berserker. I kind of want to do... There we go. I nerfed my base damage, but I got a different freaking stance. Much better than the other one. Oh baby, this is going to be nice. Let's get some kills real quick. This is more AoE. You can also do a heavy attack, the normal heavy attack as well. You don't need to do the jump slam, but that works really well. I just wish it procs status effects, sadly it doesn't. Alright, let's respawn these units and try it again. Oh wait, I'm missing range. So I can hit more enemies. Yeah, I just realized that. I'm missing prime reach. Yeah, we need prime reach for this. To make this thing work. One nice thing about this, it has a consistent red crits. So with these three, you have a consistent red crit. But we need prime reach. So we have to remove you. We need to remove you. And now I have stance problems. Can I swap the stance? You pussies. I can't. I need to go back to this pile of turrets and use prime reach. There we go. Is the exposure the way to go? Afflictions doesn't proc status. We have electricity. We have electricity. Do I have enough for this? No. I need a dash polarity. Let's do this again. What did I use? Did I swap it for influence? I think I did. I hate this stance. I don't like this stance. It's a good stance, I just don't like the moveset. It's a good stance, I just don't like the moveset, boys. That's it. Whoa! Where did you fly? It's the stance. It's the freaking stance, boys. I'm sorry, it's the stance. The stance is making everything worse. But I think this is the only way and the best way to make this thing work. We have damage over here and range, kill chance, kill damage, kill chance, viral damage. You can use this. This is an influence setup. Or let's call it a Tenokai influence. Tenokai. I can't spell the whole thing, really. Tenokai influence, let's make a exposure setup and an influence setup. Technically this is an influence setup, right? It's a fucking influence setup, let's be honest. This is a fucking influence. Ugh, fuck. No, it's not. Fuck you. Pure influence. Pure influence. Tenokai Slam. Or maybe call it a hybrid. I have to look into this weapon more, man. And I don't want to spend like an hour on this weapon. I don't want to spend a whole hour on this weapon. You know? And no, I'm not using that arcane. Luffy boy. I saw it. I saw it. Elementalist. What? I need a pull. Looks like I need a dash polarity. Alright, fine, video game, fine. If this is what you want, sure, here you go. Jesus Christ, you spoil shit. Now I can add Toxin mod here. Can I add a Temporal? That would be the best gift. Oh, you pussy. Can I do Toxin? Temporal. We got it. Okay, this thing also Temporal. No. Really? Elementalist. We have these two. I need to level this thing up because of the mod capacity. I'm missing one mod capacity. And I don't want to miss that many capacities. That one can change everything. Exposure. I will look into it more. I have to get some information about this scaling on 10x. I kind of want to make this thing like work, you know? Work. Addition. Reach. Blood. Toxin. Exposure. So it's like this build, but this is more Tennokai influence. This is pure influence. I will look into this weapon more. I will. But I think I spent way too much time on it. Next weapon. Next freaking weapon. What else was I think? Oh yeah, Silver and Aegis. Aegis Prime. So what I want to do with this thing is this. Yes, I know. I did the thing. Tennokai. I will use this one. What the I will use this one. Who gives a shit? Opportunity window, melee range by 3 meters for Tennokai attacks. I kind of like this one more. More AoE on a heavy attack. So this is a pure heat Tennokai heavy attack affliction setup. Yes. And when I was doing the math behind this thing does like 1 to 2 million damage on a Tennokai. This is a pure heat, so no other stats effect. First things first, we need to get some stacks. So that's the number one thing. We need to get some stacks. That guy flew. Alright, let's see. Let's see real quick. So first things first, we need to get Tennokai. Come on. Not the greatest. Damn. Just flew. One more time. Hi, Daddy. Oh, God. I hope I didn't impregnate anyone. Okay, let's see. There you go. But it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest. It is a pure heat. Let's add some buffs. Let's add some buffs. Nordish. $7.3 million. Damn. Yes, welcome. 30. Pure heat. Is this the way I should build this thing? It's afflictions, exposure. Exposure. Viral exposure, affliction. I kind of want to make this build more interesting than this. I'm tired of this one. Primary reach. I need to scale this. We only have one status. Once you get 12x combo, we have a lot of stash chance. This is going to be a guaranteed heat stash effect. Maybe even 2. No, it's going to be 2. Guaranteed 2 heat stash effects from a heavy attack Tennokai. Plus afflictions is going to add another 6 stacks. So that's 8 stacks of heat on a heavy attack. And it's a orange crit. So this should work. Let's try again. One more time. I won't disappoint. Maybe we have to use some buffs. Yeah, it does knock them down. It just doesn't do a lot of damage. It doesn't do a lot of damage. Now it did a lot of damage. Now I freaking chunked that guy. That guy took like who knows how much. It was an insta-kill. What am I missing here? Is it a crit tier on a heavy attack? No. No, I didn't want to do that, you stupid son of a bitch. You idiot. Why did you do a heavy attack without Tennokai? Oh, now I have to get stacks again. Oh, I'm wasting everybody's time. Oh. Cynical, give me a second, Cinny boy. 10 stacks of viral and 11 stacks of heat, and it did only 200,000? Wouldn't know greatness of pulmonars? No forma? What did you do to Silver and Ages? What did you do to Silver and Ages? Let me check. You went with viral heat? Oh, you went with pure viral and heat. Pure viral and heat. I don't believe the status chance matters that much. And you're also gambling viral and heat on a heavy attack. Maybe this. Here's the thing. Maybe this. Watch. Watch. Fuck. Blood Rush. Fuck Blood Rush. And we're going to build for more heat. No. I don't slam with it. I'm using Tenokai. I'm using Tenokai. You said you don't slam or you slam? You don't slam. I have to see what the hell is causing. You need Berserker to fix the horrible attack speed. You can see the attack speed is horrible on this weapon. You need to add the damage from this because we only have one element. You need Prime Reach, of course. We're going to have 12x combo all the time, so this is going to give us a guaranteed orange crit. And this is going... It's this. It's freaking Weeping Wounds. Fuck Weeping Wounds. We add more heat. More heat. We don't need Weeping Wounds. We don't need so much Weeping... We don't need 2 stacks of heat on a Tenokai. We only need 1. We only need 1. Six X. $155. It's still shit. This guy flew, but one more time. Now he died in 1 tap. Now he died in 1 tap. What the fuck is happening? Let's see. 1 million, there you go. $360,000. Maybe I do have to like normal attack it multiple times. But I'm relying on enemy knockdown. But what if I fight something that you cannot knock down? That's the question. What if you fight something that you cannot knock down? 1.5 million. 1.5 million. Holy shit, she flew. I don't know. Am I being a degen? I think I'm being a degen. Maybe this is a massive bait and I'm falling for my own bait. Like an idiot. Does the augment do something or is it useless? You're talking about Sylvan Aegis augment? It's horrible. Do you know what? Do you know what? Forget about this. It never existed. It never existed. Yep. Let's look at exposure. Let's look at exposure. So exposure is much easier to understand, boys. So you're going to like spam your favorite ability, get the exposure stacks. Then we can get Tenokai, get some skills real quick. We have viral, we have corrosion, we have heat. We have massive AoE, we proc a bunch of elements. This one makes a ton of sense. Like, yep, there we go. She flew. I will not give up on the Affliction setup. I will not give up. I'm sorry, but I will not give up on the Affliction setup. I will not give up on the Affliction setup. I will look into it more. I will definitely look into it more. For the boys. For the Affliction setup users. For now, it's going to be just exposure. I won't release a build video of this guy. I'm going to prolong it and release the polearm tomorrow, not this. I was thinking of releasing the Silver Ages, but I kind of want one more build. It needs to be something that isn't influence. Milo, hey. Hey, hello, hello. Why no duplicate setup? On this, it's not good. Oh, are you talking about the... Are you talking about... Wait a second. Wait a second. But I think... Or... fuck. Wait. Pressure point. Pure heat. Pure heat. Fuck you. We had... we can't use Blood Rush. No, we need to use Blood Rush. We can't use... We need to use this. Yep. What? What do you mean, you son of a bitch? What? How the fuck I can't use this now? You little bitch. I need to use this guy. And... dupe. We dupe it up. We dupe it up. Maybe... we can dupe it. Berserker. We have heat. Pure heat. We need Weeping Winds. We fucking need Weepy. Wait! Yeah. Let's see. Leffy, maybe you got something. Let's see. Maybe Leffy boy got something very good. Maybe this setup might work really well. We have orange... no orange crits, excuse me. No orange crits. We have... oh, there was a freaking orange crit on that bitch. One more time. Do you know what? Do you know what? Fuck. Blood Rush. We use this. This will generate less critical chance. Less critical chance will generate, and we will get also critical damage. We also get critical chance from Galvanized Steel. Yeah, Galvanized Steel. And on a heavy attack, Tenokai, this is doubled. So I think we are fine, right? 25. Let's do the math. 25 plus 220 plus 110. So that's 330%. That's 107.5. We have a guaranteed yellow crit on a Tenokai. So yeah, Gladiator Might is the way to go. So we have a guaranteed yellow crits on normal attacks and guaranteed yellow crits on Tenokai. Like this. Boom! $500,000. One more. Wait. Duplicate might be the way to go. Oh yeah, I think duplicate is the way to go. We have much better than inflictions. But this is a pure heat setup. So if I were to add some buffs, Nourish, you know, the classic. Oh yeah, baby. Oh! The affliction seemed better? No, this is better. Maybe you're right. 470,000, but she had viral and heat on her. One more time, one more time. One more and no more. One more and no more. 160,000. Next melee. Next melee. No more. No more Silver Ages. No more. No more. We've seen this weapon enough. I will look into it. I will look into it more. I will look into it more. You have 11x combo multi. No, I don't believe that helps. Don't believe that helps. Let me look at the list. There are some primaries on the list. Yes, some primaries on the list. We have Perigale, Buzzlock, Rubico. Those are the only primaries. Shit. We have Grand Prime. What the hell? I have Vastilog written twice. Oh my god. We have... We have no new weapons. Idle on your Rubico build incoming. I think I have Idle on Rubico build already. Yeah, there it is. There it is. It's still here. It's still up to date. Snipers, hell nah. It's still up to date. You have to use this because of the horrible reload this thing has. It still has the active damages. It still has the multi-shot. Yeah, it looks still... Yeah, it's still up to date. It's still absolutely fine. Deadhead setup. I think all these setups are finished. Accuracy isn't good. I mean, accuracy isn't half bad on this. But why the fuck would you use accuracy? Because both multi-shot and accuracy setups one-tap enemies, but those enemies that cannot be one-tapped, multi-shot is better in terms of DPS. So you just use multi-shot setup, not accuracy setup. Yeah. Yep. I might just swap this for something else. But it's up to date still. It's still up to date. Perigale? I will look into Perigale. Blast security? Blast security with what stash chance? With 16% stash chance? You will have like what, 30% chance to proc blast when you shoot a Rubico? Hell no, it's not consistent. The only sniper that is good with that is like Sportrax and Vectus. Because those guys have like over 30% base stash chance. But this thing has 16. Do you know how much stash chance you have to build for a consistent blast? You need like 300%. 300% from everything. And I don't believe that's enough. And if I were to use primary Crocs, that's still not enough. Perigale. I made a build video of this guy couple of... I think it was last year. Let me look what Cynical linked. He has a Perigale build. He's Perigaling. There's also two melee weapons I have to look into again. Cindo Prime. Grand Prime. Let's see. Surprise me, Cindy boy. Deadhead killing his hook. What the fuck? You have everything. 60 stash chance, corrosion. I can't use this. People are always going to ask me, I don't have hammer shot. Can I use something else for hammer shot? Over hammer shot? Then I have to tell them use bladed rounds. It was for demolish targets. I don't have hammer shot, blah blah blah. So this is a new player setup. I think this is a new player friendly weapon. This is Varuna's weapon, right? And Varuna's bullshit is like very early on. Right? Varuna. It's Lua, right? Let's see. Rotation. What are the enemy level? Lua. It's not that high. You need to do new war to access Yonta? Conjunction survival. So very early on you need to do new war. Okay, new player setup is gone. Sorry, new players. You bunch of pussies. There you go. So this thing has a security setup with massive fire rate. I'm using bladed rounds. This is a blast setup. And because this thing shoots really fast, you can easily proc blast and you won't reload this thing. So you have some layer of clear. And the base damage on this thing is high, so it might be good with blast. I don't remember the last time I tried this thing. Doesn't look like the blast procs do much. Yeah, it doesn't look like the blast procs do much here. What the hell is happening? There you go. I don't know, boys. I don't know. It's not consistent. 147,000. 147,000. Let's spawn heavy gunners. Only heavy gunners. I don't believe this thing is that consistent. 132. It doesn't do a lot of damage to these guys. If you were to armor strip these guys, it one taps them. It does one tap them if you armor strip them. The blast procs are not that consistent. But of course you won't be fighting 20 heavy gunners every second. So if I were to spawn these dudes now and see how it functions against these guys. Shut the fuck up. Stand still. It kills them. But it isn't really that impressive, to be honest with you boys. To be honest with you. Because the blast procs are kinda... like, it just lacks consistency. 17.7% chance. I need like more status. And using primary... no, it's not worth it. 300% status chance will bump it up a little bit more, but you're going to lose a lot of damage, which means worse blast ticks, and it also means worse clear. So maybe this is the only thing you can keep. Or maybe gas. Right, I think you can do gas as well. You create a lingering gas cloud that does a ton of damage. But prime cryo rounds exist. And blast is much more consistent than gas. Much more. I think this is fine, especially if you use buffs. If you start to use some buffies, the clear is going to be better. And I do know that a lot of people, of course, use buffs. They're not like me, go buffless. You have Shred for clear, you have Blast for clear, you have single target, you have infinite ammo thanks to the passive. Maybe I don't need to use speed trigger. Maybe I can remove the speed trigger. This is going to reduce my fire rate by quite a lot. So it's not going to be as fast as only with Shred. Shut up. I mean, it's still fast, right? It's still kind of fast. Maybe I can do something like this. 26, 17 to 26, more consistent. We lose fire rate. We get overall more status. Is there anything better and higher? Galvanize app. No, that's not going to do much. Let's try with rim rounds. It's kind of memey, it's kind of whatever, but let's try. Why do I have the infested dudes? Get the hell out. Give me back my working boys. The blast is much more consistent. The blast is much more consistent. So you have like a layer clearing. Oh! It's much better. Rim rounds. Yeah, it's much more consistent, dude. It's so much more. Look at that thing. But it just feels so weird. Maybe hammer shot. But no, that's going to make the status worse. Fuck. Clear. 1,000 years old fish yet? I think I did all the fish in the first open world. Those weird like figurines I didn't. I think I don't remember much. Blast. Maybe just keep the fire rate because it's... But I don't need the fire rate that much. This gives me slash chance and direct damage, but I don't need direct damage at all. I will keep it as like this for now. Multi-shot looks the same. It also has blast damage. I don't believe blast damage on the multi-shot setup is that good. I think Acuity is much better. The multi-shot blast, yeah. It can kill, but it does so much less damage. So much less. So it's better for me to use something else here. Like cold or corrosion or whatever. It's much better than blast. So let's just do the classic. Null acceleration. Wait, this thing doesn't have... It doesn't. Yeah. Much better. But now if I were to hold my left click... There you go. I will still look into the blast setup on this weapon. The Vistry very fun to get into a nice little Easter egg hunt. So the courier spawns in corpus and near tiles. There are like 56 of them total. 3 rewards for it: a sigil, emblem, and a... Maybe I should do that sometime. Maybe I don't have all of them. What the fuck, Michael? There's no blast setup with this. I tried. Yeah, it just isn't good when I tried the Acuity blast. It just isn't consistent on blast proccing. Maybe I'm too hyper focused on the blast setup, trying to, you know, make it clear. Sight to Lavos. Yeah, I think Sight to Lavos is the only way to go if you want the consistent blast procs for clear. Because without it, it's just miserable. It's just a punch through sniper. But you have to like use Sight 9 and Lavos. It's very good. I mean, it's very good. It's freaking awesome. Like, it's so freaking fun to use this. The problem is, do you know what's the problem, dudes? Most of these enemies will get one-tapped. And blast proc doesn't proc because you overkill damage. You apply overkill damage on these units. Even if I have a guaranteed blast proc from Site 9, this thing just annihilates, so you have to nerf the damage. Like, look at that. I'm not proccing blast at all because of overkill numbers. Like, another one over there procced. Oh. D, please add a, what do you call it? A Site 9 augment. Please. So I can remove one of these mods. I will think about this weapon a little bit more. We have Buzzlock. I think we saw Buzzlock. There's no point in looking into Buzzlock. Sadly, I format every single melee weapon. Not melee weapon. Primary weapon in this game. There's nothing here to format anymore. We have everything. Secondary weapons, we did look into this like 500 times. There's nothing to format. I want the Coda version of this. Please, Coda. Make a chain. Make a Coda version and make a chain. Don't make it like freaking Synapse. Please. Make a chain. It's only melee weapons, boys. I have to look into this guy as well. Might as well buy the thing. Just to have it. Whatever. Does this thing have a heavy attack? It has a knock up and knockdown. It has 32 base dash chance. So there might be a build I can do like a heavy attack build. Yeah, there might be a heavy attack build here. Now let me read the chat. Sadly my chat is small. When people type a lot, it becomes like really small letters. I have to like kneel forward. No worries, take time to later general spending into missions. So I think it's much more fun with snipers. Lava says best me to see though. Bro, let me be real. If you're going to be use site now, use sniper, just him. Yeah, I know. Left. Snipers are so fun, Kappa. All this blast acuity talk. I haven't even tried acuity on the Synapse Incarnon. Yay. I made a Synapse, not Synapse, Sybaris Incarnon acuity setup. It works and it isn't that bad at all. Maybe nerf CD. Dude, I have to nerf damage just for blast procs. If you have a chance to answer, I've been playing Norris Site 9. I'm wondering if it's assuming over the 1 since I'm taking range, keeping the sniper alone. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Did my internet die again? Nope. We Gucci? We Gucci? Are we? Why can't I... Please? What's happening? We good? I hope my internet isn't dying again. I had lag. If you want to remove his first ability for Nourish, yeah, you can do that. You have to refresh. Leffy boy, refresh. Removing any Site 9 ability? I mean, his 1 is bad without range and his 4 is bad without range. You need to have range. His 2 and 3 are the only good abilities, are the best abilities for majority of the content. His 4 and 1 are situational. If you camp, the 1 has a purpose. If you move around, the first ability doesn't really serve a purpose. So Perigale, Buzzlock. I say it's gone for me, and he's saying refresh like I hear it. I was thinking of typing, but I forgot. What melee weapon here? Any other dunes? Any other melee weapon? Any weapon here I kind of want to form a dunes? Any ideas? Kogake. That's one of the weapons. Gunsen. Kogake, Gunsen. Tipido. Teko. What the fuck is that? Dudes, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Prime. Prime, dudes. Prime. Is there anything special about this scythe? It's not a scythe. What the fuck is it? It's a machete? Okay. There's nothing special about it. It's just a heat machete. I also use Sighting for curious to use Sighting with WARFRAME, otherwise he's so bad. I don't know why is his fort ability capped to 4 targets? And why does it scale with range? That's the problem I have. I wish you can scale the ricochet with ability strength, so you can ricochet off to more enemies. Another problem I have with his sniper is with his second ability. When you add like blast damage, it doesn't proc blast damage because of overkill numbers. He just destroys everything before these status effects even do anything. So if you were to use a fort ability and you add like blast damage, you'd never proc blast at all. Like you proc blast before stats. But once you get some stats, you can just see numbers. There's no blast procs. Like there's no blast procs. That's one of the biggest problems I have with this guy. He just does way too much damage. Like, where are my blast procs? There are no blast procs at all. Way too much damage. And you have to nerf the build a lot for you to see blast procs, but fuck that, man. Fuck that. Caratinos? Faust. I made a Caratinos build. I think it's up to date. Let me look at it. Caratinos. There they are. It's up to date. It's an influence setup. There's also definitely exposure setup. Maybe I didn't make an exposure setup. But this thing is a very good influence setup weapon. It comes with viral, so you're going to spread viral and electricity. It has like a really good stash chance. The stance is good as well because it's a freaking constant AoE and attack. Follow through is fine. I can make an exposure setup. What type of heavy attack is this? Guaranteed slash, and then the second one is a guaranteed slash and a knockdown? Really? Guaranteed slash and a knockdown. Huh. And this thing has a massive range, right? It has a massive range, and it has... Influence, exposure, heavy attack, heavy attack. I will think about this. Yeah, I know it gives you more range for like 3 minutes. Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, 2.8 more meter range, which is quite good. This is quite good. This is quite good. Like you add range from this, 4.3, that's like 6, 7.5. No, 7.6. Right? 3, 7.5. 7.5 meter range. Quite good. I will maybe add a heavy attack setup. I have to look into my Curtino's builds. Let me read the chat. Let me read the chat real quick. Nah, heated. He's talking shit about me. Yeah, Cynical is like that, Michael. What the fuck, Michael? He's like that. He's like that. Don't try to take anything serious, Cynical says. Or anybody. My chat isn't a scummy chat. It's a good chat. It's a good Gucci chat. Dunes, I'm sorry. You need to give me something better. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this thing. Because look at it. Look at it. Give me something better, brother. What is there to give you? Dunes, you can't do this to me, dude. You can't fucking do this to me. Oh, fuck. Prisma. Look into Prismas. Rate, fuck rates. Prisma. We have the dual cleavers, but there's nothing special about them. Prisma Machete, I think the rate one is better. What's the other one? Prisma, rate, and the other one? I forgot the other one. It's not Tenet. Maybe some Prime? I really don't know, man. We have Tekko. Fucking Tekko, man. Shaku? Shaku. What the fuck is this? 180 only impact damage? These devs are cooking. They're crazy. Yeah, it's all jokes against me. If Cynical said something, he's not attacking or doing anything against someone, Michael. He's mostly talking about me and my builds. And I don't take, like, offense. I just don't. I don't think about it at all. Especially in the world of build making, and this game is all about builds. The amount of comments I get that are horrible, insults, death threads, and other stuff. Cynical isn't doing one of those. He's just memeing. He's memeing. Let's see. Lef, do you have an idea, boy? Making fun of how he pronounces shit. Hey! Hey! What do you mean? It's perfect. Kogake. I'm still thinking about Kogake, Gunsen, and Tekko. Maybe I should just do all of them. Tipido. Oh my god, this thing needs 2 formas. I do remember that to make a Tipido build. I guess I'm at this point. You know why Reynon doesn't play Volt anymore? Because dudes? What? No! I play Volt. I play Volt off stream and on stream sometimes. No, I play Volt. I played Volt when we did the Eidolons. Not Eidolons, we did the Plexstar event. But I know Dunes loves Volt. Dunes loves Volt, so I allow him to play Volt. There's no point to having 2 Volts. The fact the weapon is machete should be enough. The stats, I don't like the stats. It comes with heat, it has like below base damage, has horrible stat chance, critical chance, and critical damage. And he also... I can fix the attack speed, but... I don't know, Dunes, I don't believe so. Like, I will rather freaking format this guy. Like, what the fuck is this? Is this a polearm? It's a staff. 2.8. It's a staff? It comes with electricity. Why does it have more freaking impact than electricity? Holy shit, this weapon sucks. Just do Zaz, holy? Zaz. Couple of Zaz I have here. I need to do a polearm Za build. I'm sorry, Dunes. I'm sorry. Tekko. Alright. Let's look into this bitch. Let's do this. Catalyst on. Boom. Prime. Range. What type of heavy attack this thing? It has a knockdown. 500%. Knock up. Flung? Oh shit. What time is it? Holy shit, it's late. Because of my stream died, I'm looking at the timer and it's like 2 hours. Oh my god, that's horrible. I will look into all of these builds tomorrow. I have to make a list to stuff to look into. I'm not doing the scythe tunes. You can freaking choke me. You need a scythe called PP Stick. PP Stick. PP Stick. Cynical, don't worry about it. I'm not offended by anything, man. Like I said, the amount of shit I get from freaking YouTube chats are nothing on stream. And on stream are... There's a reason why I stream. I think in the past 1 whole year of streaming, I earned like, from YouTube, $5. The only reason I stream because it's fun to me. But most streamers will not stream at all. Not stream at all. Because you earn nothing from it. Because you can't leave me or else. People more toxic. If I remember this and you'll do it eventually. I will remember this and you'll do it eventually. Oh no. No. I need to do a PP stick. I think Cynical is right. We need PP stick. We do need... we indeed need people's... Jesus Christ, I can't speak. Because it's late, boys. It's late. I need PP stick as well. We have PP's dad. PP's dad. PP. We need PP stick. We need PP stick. The dogs are barking. Again. I will look into some builds tomorrow. I think I spend way too much time thinking about what type of builds to do. What type of builds to do, you know? I need to make a list. So I need to make a PP stick. I need to add that to the list. To do that. PP's stick. I need to add... Techo Prime. I will do this shit on stream. I won't do it off stream. Tipedo Prime. I'm not adding this freaking dispensary Oroxia build. Never in hell. I think that guy that picked dispensary on Oroxia is crazy. Maybe he doesn't read the abilities. I just don't see the point of using. If he wants to generate Archon ammo, that doesn't work on Oroxia. Because I tested this. It doesn't work. You summon an Archon, you press 4, and every single shot doesn't proc toxin. So there's no way he... It does proc the explosion, but the explosion is nothing compared to the toxin procs. So there's no point of using dispensary. Health and energy. Her first ability does that. You kill this guy over here, he explodes. Look how many energy orbs and health orbs. I think the guy was crazy. I think he's just crazy. Or he didn't read the first ability. Like, it's a very powerful execute. It's below 50%. You can even execute Necromex. See, chat, toxicity exists, but I don't see that you fucker should be being snowflake. See, chat, toxicity exists, but I don't give a fuck. You should be the same as stop being a snowflake. Think about that dog. Wait, Lef, you telling me that? I don't care about my YouTube chat comments when they say anything. I had a guy... Let me show you this. Let me show you this before I go, because it's late. Alright, are you ready to read something so stupid? So I had this guy yesterday. Let me just swap real quick. Alright, boys, can you read this shit? So he says this. Bad build. This is my Torrid Incarnon build. Bad build. The Warframe choice isn't that important. Then, if one of the frames that works quite well with Torrid, he brings up Nyx. So he says the Warframe choice is not important, he brings up Nyx. Out of nowhere. He starts talking about Nyx for some unknown reason. And he talks about the mods he uses. So he uses nearly identical mods like mine. But he uses Giovanna's app and Serration with Merciless on Torrid Incarnon. Then he talks about how you can subsume Grendel's ability, Nourish, for free viral damage. And he talks about level cap and Riven. And then I told them, Giovanna's Zap only works with 50% efficiency on Torrid, so you lose a ton of damage. And not only that, Giovanna's Zap is not good on weapons that don't really have a lot of statuses. So on Torrid, that is kind of useless. Then I told them Serration, Giovanna's Zap, and Merciless, Jesus. So he uses 3 layers of active damage. So many diminishing returns, and this also doesn't do much. Then he brings up Nyx, so I was confused. Because I'm playing Ember, this is in Nyx. And then I said not using fire rate mods, aka Var Acceleration, is a crime because he doesn't use any fire rate mods on a beam weapon. And then he told me this. If you try this build I mentioned, you will see the difference. I don't use area mods. What is this and Cryoron's doing here? What do you mean area mods? You're already using blast mods. What area mods? I don't use attack speed. You mean fire rate? Why are you not using attack speed on beam weapons when that's like one of the highest DPS increases? Econ weapons give extra attack speed. No, they don't. They do not give you extra attack speed. The Incarnate Transformation turns it into a different weapon, which provides efficient damage output. Nyx is... he yet again brings up Nyx for some unknown reason. Maybe he plays her and only her. He says like second and third ability, tail mode for Torrid, with Toxin, multi-shot, incredible base Riven mods. He brings up a Riven yet again. And then he brings up the level cap. So he learned nothing from this, and I learned nothing from this. And then he brings up, I destroy a Demolist with a Torrid. Oh, good job, man. That's really a difficult enemy with a Incarnon. One of the strongest. One of the strongest Incarnons. Like, I don't get this. How can you call someone a bad build while not knowing this? Not using fire rate on freaking beam weapons. Using 3 layers of active damage. Like, I don't get this, man. I don't get this. Level cap, bro. People reach level cap with 4 mods. It's Torrid. I just don't get this at all. He doesn't listen. I understand if he doesn't listen, but man. Like, I even explained it here, and you can even Google and do some information, especially if you do a lot of... If you especially use a weapon that you really like, you want to learn more stuff about the weapon. But here's another problem. The game is so easy that even if he uses Serration, Merciless, and Giovanna Zap, which doesn't do much, he still did like level 9,999, which just tells you everything about this game, how modding is not really that important. But yeah, this happened yesterday. It's just weird to me. Not because of this here, it's because of everything else here. I'm weirded about by everything else here. Then he just insulting the build. Because this build is Not the greatest single target, because I don't care about single target on a weapon that is all about clear. This build is like by far the best clear. You have blast, you have corrosion. Very consistent. The only thing I'm missing is like firestorm, if I want firestorm. But yeah, that's it. That's my rent. That's my rent. I rented a little bit. Just weird. I'm just weirded out. Alright. Broskies, it's late. Sadly, my internet died, man. It pisses me off. I'm more pissed about that than this guy typing all the freaking mods. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's more than enough for level cap. My voice. Pablo didn't link anything new. Like nothing new. He forgot about us. Let me read the chat before I go. And I will look into some builds tomorrow. I kind of want to do something, but there's nothing to do. The update is coming out in like a couple of days. Alright. Let me read the chat. My stream chat is dead. I need to bring it back up. 1 second, boys. 1 second. Read all this garbo. Turn all this garbo on. Now I can read. Okay. Raynor doesn't use Bane mods. I never use Bane mods. You don't need to use Bane mods. Bane mods are really good. I cannot like say anything bad in terms of damage. They are one of the strongest DPS increases. They're multiplicatives, but you don't need to use them. And I don't feel like swapping every time I do a different content. Point of love. You don't use Vial Acceleration on Torrid too because I use companion mods? Okay, that's fine. But you need fire rate on beam weapons, not just Torrid, on beam weapons. That's like one of the highest DPS increases, especially on beam weapons that have chaining. I should mod What the Fuck Michael. I think What the Fuck Michael isn't here anymore. I think he despawned. Look at dudes writing this down. Dudes writing this down. How Nyx 2 and 3 0 for Torrid? I don't know about the third ability. I think maybe he uses the third ability for the cruel chance increase. 2 armor strips. I think he plays Nyx, loves Nyx. That's why he brought up Nyx. But the way he wrote all of that shit, it's like he mistook Ember for Nyx. Something like that. You love my builds, Lucas. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you. Like I said, the way I build stuff is I build the way I like to build. I just bring in like people into that world that way I build stuff, you know, if you understand. I don't know what is the strongest build against something or against this or that. I just build the stuff that I enjoy. That's how I view stuff. If I focus on influence, all about clear, I'm going to fully focus on clear. I don't care about single target. If I want single target, I will swap to a different build. That man just doesn't do his research. Yeah. Bro, it works in level cap. I saw a guy, he did like level cap. Wasn't renting. He wasn't renting. He wasn't like trying to be a egotistical asshole. he used some kind of secondary weapon. I forgot exactly what he used. But the mods he used on the secondary weapon were like this. He used Merciless. I forgot which secondary weapon. He used Merciless. He didn't use Gillen's Diffusion. He used regular Diffusion. This one. The Amalgam. He used like heated charge, viral damage on a secondary, like every other melee weapon, every other secondary weapon. He used Lethal Torrent. And the two other mods I forgot. It wasn't Target Cracker. Or maybe it was. Two other mods he used something else. It wasn't a Bane mod, it wasn't Target Cracker, it could be a Riven. And this is how he built, and he said like, you don't need a lot of damage, which is correct. You can easily do level cap with just minor mods. Just having galvanized mods or condition overload is more than enough to kill anything. And yeah, I was completely agreeing with him. And when I see people like, you need Bane mods, you need freaking Rivens, you need to min-max all this shit, it's like, no you don't. You don't. If you do level cap and you fight Ganir and you armor strip them, their EHP goes from a couple of millions to like 2 million minimal. I think a heavy gunner, if you fully armor strip a heavy gunner, the heavy gunner has like 2 million HP. And we have so much damage that we can do 2 million in 1 second. Right? So why the hell are you building all this Bane mods and other shit when one of the tankiest enemies with one of the highest HP pools have 2 million health after you get rid of the armor? But yeah. But it was Plinks? I don't remember. I don't remember. Boys, I'm done. I will stream tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday? Yeah, Sunday is tomorrow. I will stream the next day as well, Monday. I will not stream the day after Monday. I will take a break because the next day after that one is the update. So that's going to... yeah, that's going to be the schedule. So I'm going to stream the next 2 days, take a day off, then come back for the update. But yeah, boys, thank you yet again everybody for watching. I will stream tomorrow. See you tomorrow. We'll look into some builds. Maybe we're going to do a little bit of relic opening. Maybe just a little bit. Maybe like 5 runs, maybe 10 runs. Then go back to prison to look into some builds, some metal weapons I never touched. But the way all these melee weapons work right now is all of them are exposure influence setup, maybe afflictions, depends on the melee weapon, and maybe some of them might be like duplicate. We will see. We will see. But yeah, boys, GG's. Thank you again. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Black Hildren! Stop calling Site 9 Black Hildren. He technically is a Black Hildren. But yeah, boys, GG's. See ya. See ya.